Can one unlock the future by examining the past? After all, history isn't simply a dusty collection of dates and events, but rather a treasure trove of experiences, lessons, and patterns that can guide us today. Consider the Renaissance, a period where mankind blossomed after centuries of dark ages. It was an era filled with formidable advancements in art, science, and culture. Now imagine applying the spirit of the Renaissance to our world today. In an age where technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate, we can channel the same thirst for knowledge and exploration that fueled the Renaissance to foster a new era of innovation and enlightenment. Or, take the Industrial Revolution. It was a time of rapid change and progress, but it also brought about significant social and environmental challenges. Today we face a similar situation with the advent of the digital revolution. Just as society adapted to the changes brought about by the Industrial Revolution, so too must we navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by our increasingly digital world. Now, consider the great peace movements of the 20th century. The civil rights movement, anti-war protests, and the push for gender equality all sought to create a more just and equitable society. As we grapple with social and political divides today, we could do well to remember the power of peaceful protest and the importance of dialogue in achieving social change. But history doesn't only offer lessons from grand events or periods. It also provides insights from the lives of individuals. Think of figures like Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr., who advocated for change through non-violent means. Or innovators like Steve Jobs or Marie Curie, who pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in their respective fields. Their stories remind us that one person can indeed make a difference. In summary, the past offers a wealth of lessons that we can apply to our present. From the spirit of exploration and innovation seen in the Renaissance, to the societal adaptations during the Industrial Revolution, and from the power of peaceful protest to the impact one individual can have, these are all patterns from the past that can guide us today. So, can we unlock the future by examining the past? History suggests we can. After all, understanding our past can help us navigate our present and shape our future. The key is to learn, adapt, and apply these lessons with wisdom and courage. Because history, in its essence, is not about the past. It's about us, here and now. And it's about the future that we are yet to create. As we transition from the lessons of the past to the lessons from technological advancements, let us take a moment to reflect on the impact of cultural movements throughout history. Cultural movements, such as the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and even the counterculture of the 1960s, have been instrumental in shaping societal norms, values, and belief systems. These movements have not only inspired great works of art, literature, and philosophy, but they have also sparked social, political, and economic change. They have given voice to the voiceless, challenged the status quo, and redefined our understanding of the world and our place in it. The lessons here are manifold. Firstly, they demonstrate the power of ideas and the importance of critical thinking. Secondly, they highlight the role of individual and collective action in driving change. And thirdly, they underscore the transformative potential of culture. As we navigate the complexities of our present and look towards the future, let's remember these lessons from cultural movements. Let's remember that culture is not just a reflection of our society, but a tool for shaping it. And let's strive to use this tool wisely, harnessing the power of culture to foster understanding, promote equality, and drive positive change. As we transition from applying lessons to the power of historical perspective, let's take a moment to delve into the lessons from technological advancements throughout history. From the invention of the wheel to the development of the internet, technology has always been a driving force in shaping societies and cultures. The Industrial Revolution, for example, not only brought about significant changes in manufacturing, but it also transformed social structures and living conditions. Similarly, the digital revolution has revolutionized communication and information access, profoundly influencing our daily lives and societal norms. The lessons from these technological advancements are twofold. Firstly, they underscore the power of innovation and human ingenuity. Secondly, they highlight the importance of adaptability. As technology continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace, we must learn to adapt and evolve with it, harnessing its potential while mitigating its challenges. In short, history teaches us that technology is a tool that, when used wisely, can propel societies forward. However, like any tool, its impact is determined by how we use it. As we move forward, let's remember these lessons from technological advancements and strive to use technology not just as a tool for progress, but also as a tool for positive change. In the vein of our discussion, it's crucial to understand the power of historical perspective. A historical perspective allows us to see patterns, understand changes, and anticipate future possibilities based on past events. It's like having a map of the past that can guide us through the uncharted territories of the future. However, it's not just about learning facts and dates. It's about understanding the context, the causes, the effects, and the human experiences that shaped these events. It's about seeing the big picture and connecting the dots. It's about understanding that every event in history had a cause and an effect, and these causes and effects are interconnected in a complex web of historical narrative. So, in essence, a historical perspective is not just a tool for understanding the past. It's a powerful lens that can help us understand the present and anticipate the future. It's like a compass that can guide us through the complexities of our modern world. And as we move forward in this discussion, let's remember that history is not just about the past. It's about the present, and it's about the future. And most importantly, it's about us, because we are the ones making history. We are the ones shaping the future. And by learning from the past, we can make sure that our future is not a repetition of the mistakes of the past, but a testament to the lessons we have learned and the progress we have made. As we apply the lessons from our history to the present, a fascinating pattern emerges. We start to see that the past, present, and future are not separate entities, but rather interconnected threads in the tapestry of human existence. The Renaissance, the Industrial Revolution, the peace movements, and the influential figures, they all helped shape the world we live in today. And the choices we make today, guided by the lessons from our past, will shape the world of tomorrow. This is the beauty of history, a continuous narrative that transcends time. It's like a river that flows from the past, through the present, and into the future. And we, as individuals and as a society, are the ones steering the course of this river. So as we stand on the shoulders of giants, let's remember that we too are part of this grand narrative. Every choice we make, every action we take, is a stroke on the canvas of history. And by learning from the past, we can make sure that our strokes are not random or chaotic, but purposeful and meaningful. In the next scene, we will delve deeper into the role of history in the modern world. But for now, let's remember this. History is not just a subject we study in school. It's a powerful tool that can help us navigate our present and shape our future. And most importantly, it's a story, our story, and we are the ones writing it. As we delve deeper into the past, we begin to see not just a series of isolated events, but a continuous narrative that is still being written today. History is not confined to dusty textbooks or forgotten archives. It is alive, vibrant, and intrinsically connected to our present and future. It bridges the gap between then and now, providing us with a roadmap to navigate the complex world we live in. The Renaissance, the Industrial Revolution, the peace movements, and the influential figures, they all offer us valuable lessons. Just like a compass, history points us in the right direction, helping us make informed decisions, avoid past mistakes, and build a better future. It's not just about memorizing dates or facts, but about understanding the human experience, the triumphs, the failures, the aspirations, and the struggles. So as we continue our journey, let's keep this in mind. History is not just about the past, it's about us, here and now. It's about understanding where we come from, so we can better understand where we are headed. Let's continue to explore, learn, and grow, guided by the wisdom of the past and inspired by the possibilities of the future. History is a vast tapestry, intricately woven with countless threads of events, movements, and individual contributions. To unlock its wisdom, we need to not just learn from it, but also interpret it. This involves understanding the underlying patterns and trends that have shaped our world. The Renaissance, for instance, was marked by a spirit of curiosity and exploration. This pattern can inspire us today to embrace learning, innovation, and growth. The Industrial Revolution, characterized by rapid technological advancement and societal change, can teach us the importance of adaptability and resilience. The peace movements remind us of the power of unity and non-violent resistance, a pattern that can guide us in addressing conflicts and inequalities today. And the influential figures of history, they show us that one person can indeed make a difference, setting a pattern for us to follow in our own lives. By interpreting these patterns, we can gain valuable insights into our present and future. So let's delve deeper into the tapestry of history, interpreting its patterns and applying its lessons as we continue on our journey. Remember, the past is not just a story, it's a guidebook. And within its pages, we can find the wisdom to shape a better future. Predicting the future is no easy task. Yet if we look closely, the past can provide us with valuable insights into the path ahead. The Renaissance, the Industrial Revolution, the peace movements, and the influential figures of history, all these offer us glimpses into the patterns that have shaped the world, patterns that are likely to repeat, evolve, and influence our future. As we step into the future, we can use the lessons from the Renaissance to foster a culture of curiosity and innovation, driving us towards new horizons. The Industrial Revolution reminds us of the transformative power of technology and adaptation, preparing us for the inevitable changes that lie ahead. The peace movements provide us with a roadmap for resolving conflicts, fostering unity, and building a more harmonious world. And the influential figures, they inspire us to step up, make a difference, and become influential figures in our own right. So, as we peer into the crystal ball of the future, let's remember to look back at the mirror of the past. For in the reflections of history, we can often find the predictions of the future. In essence, the future is not just about what will be, but also about what has been. And in understanding the past, we can better navigate the future. As we look back at the tapestry of history, we see not just the triumphs and trials of nations, but also the individual threads that weave this grand narrative. This is where history and personal development intersect, where the lessons of our collective past become the stepping stones for our individual futures. The Renaissance, with its explosion of ideas and creativity, reminds us of the power of curiosity and continuous learning in our personal lives. The Industrial Revolution, with its seismic shifts and adaptations, underscores the importance of resilience and adaptability, whether it's in navigating the twists and turns of our careers or the ups and downs of our personal lives. The peace movements, with their emphasis on unity and understanding, reiterate the value of empathy and compassion in our personal relationships. And the influential figures from history, they are a testament to the impact one person can have, inspiring us to recognize and harness our own potential. So as we delve deeper into these historical narratives, let's remember to not just observe, but to absorb, to not just learn, but to apply. Because in the grand scheme of things, history is not just about what has been, it's about what can be, and it starts with us. In this context, we've understood how history provides us with insights that can guide our actions today. But there's another aspect we haven't touched upon yet: personal growth. You see, the lessons we glean from history aren't just limited to societal or global applications. They can also play a transformative role in our individual lives. Let's take adaptability, for instance. Just as societies had to adapt during the Industrial Revolution, we too must learn to adapt in our personal lives. Whether it's navigating career changes, personal setbacks, or new opportunities, adaptability allows us to thrive in the face of change. Peace movements, on the other hand, teach us the importance of empathy and understanding in our relationships. They remind us to foster unity, not just in our communities, but also in our personal interactions. And the impact of individual figures? It's a powerful reminder that each one of us can make a difference. By identifying our unique strengths and using them to contribute to our communities, we can follow in the footsteps of these influential figures. So as we dive into the past, let's not forget to apply these lessons to our personal growth. Because history, after all, is not just about societal trends and global events. It's also about the individual stories that make up these larger narratives. And by learning from these stories, we can write our own. In our journey through history, we've learned the importance of adaptability, the power of peace, and the impact of individual actions. Now, let's pause for a moment and delve deeper into these concepts, reiterating their significance and discussing their implications. Adaptability, as showcased during the Industrial Revolution, is not only about surviving change, but thriving amidst it. It's about being open to learning, unlearning, and relearning, and embracing new ways of thinking and doing. But what does this mean for us today, in a world that is changing faster than ever? How can we remain adaptable in the face of rapid technological advancements, social shifts, and environmental changes? Let's discuss. The peace movements taught us that unity, empathy, and understanding are powerful forces that can bring about change. But how can we foster these qualities in our own lives and in our societies? How can we promote peace in a world that is often divided and conflicted? Let's explore these questions together. Lastly, the impact of individual figures in history serves as a reminder that we all have the potential to make a difference. But how can we harness this potential? How can we identify our unique skills and use them to contribute to our communities and our world? And how can we cultivate the perseverance needed to overcome obstacles and setbacks? Let's delve into these topics. As we reiterate these key points and engage in further discussion, remember that the lessons of history are not just about understanding the past. They are tools for navigating our present and shaping our future. Let's use them wisely. The historical lessons we have discussed so far are not mere anecdotes from the past. They are the distilled wisdom of our ancestors, the collective experiences of humanity, and powerful tools for understanding and shaping our present and future. But to truly harness the power of these lessons, we must not only understand them, we must reflect on them, discuss them, and apply them. In the spirit of the Renaissance, let's continue our exploration and innovation by delving into a discussion. What does it mean to be adaptable in the face of rapid change? How can we foster a peaceful mindset in our interactions? How can we, as individuals, make a positive impact on our world? The Industrial Revolution teaches us that adaptability is key to survival and success. But what does adaptability look like in our modern world? It means being open to new ideas, willing to learn new skills, and ready to embrace new ways of doing things. It means being resilient in the face of challenges and being proactive in seeking out opportunities. The peace movements of the 20th century teach us the power of unity, empathy, and understanding. But how can we cultivate these qualities in our daily lives? It starts with listening, truly listening, to others. It involves seeking to understand before being understood. It requires empathy, the ability to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and feel what they feel. And it calls for unity, the recognition that we are all interconnected and that our actions affect each other. The impact of individual figures in history shows us that one person can make a difference. But how can we, as individuals, make a difference? It starts with believing in ourselves and our potential. It involves identifying our unique skills and talents and using them to contribute to our communities. And it requires perseverance, the determination to keep going in the face of obstacles and setbacks. As we reflect on these lessons and engage in this discussion, let's remember that history is not just about the past. It's about us, here and now. And it's about the future that we are yet to create. Let's use these lessons as a compass to navigate our present and shape our future. As we transition from applying these historical lessons to our present, and before we take them to the micro level of our personal lives, let's take a moment to dive deeper into these key historical eras and figures. Let's reiterate the spirit of the Renaissance, the adaptability of the Industrial Revolution, the peaceful protests, and the impact of individual figures. The Renaissance was a time of rebirth, a period marked by a surge in intellectual and artistic creativity. It reminds us that the human spirit thrives on exploration and innovation. This lesson can inspire us to embrace change, to seek out new ideas, and to continually learn and grow. the Industrial Revolution teaches us the value of adaptability. In an era characterized by rapid technological advancements and societal changes, those who adapted thrived. In our modern world, where change is the only constant, this lesson is more relevant than ever. The peace movements of the 20th century show us that change can be brought about not only through force, but through unity, empathy, and understanding. This lesson encourages us to approach conflicts with a peaceful mindset, to listen and understand, and to foster unity in our communities. Lastly, the impact of individual figures in history shows us that one person can indeed make a difference. Whether through their leadership, their ideas, their courage, or their perseverance, these individuals have left their mark on history. This lesson inspires us to believe in our potential and to use our unique skills and talents to make a positive impact on our world. As we delve deeper into these lessons, let's remember that they are not just historical facts. They are tools, guideposts that can help us navigate our present and shape our future. They are a testament to our capacity as individuals to learn from the past and create a better future. Let's keep these lessons in mind as we continue our journey and think about how we can apply them in our everyday lives. In this next chapter, we will transition from history's grand scope to our personal lives. How can we personalize history's lessons? How can the spirit of the Renaissance inspire you to innovate in your daily life? How can the adaptability seen during the Industrial Revolution help you cope with personal challenges? How can the lessons from peace movements encourage you to foster unity in your community? And how can the impact of individual figures inspire you to make a difference in your own unique way? Let's take a moment to reflect on these questions. Imagine yourself as a Renaissance explorer, charting unknown territories in your own life. Or as an industrial innovator, adapting to new technologies and changes in your personal or professional sphere. See yourself as a peacemaker, fostering unity and understanding in your community. And finally, envision yourself as an influential figure, using your unique skills and talents to make a positive difference in the world around you. Remember, these are not just historical events or figures we are discussing. They are lessons, guideposts that can help us navigate our own lives. They are reminders that we, as individuals, have the capacity to shape our present and future. As we continue our journey, let's keep these lessons in mind and think about how we can apply them in our everyday lives. Because history is not just about the past, it's about the present, and most importantly, the future we are yet to create. In this part of our journey, we will reiterate and expand on the key points we've learned so far. We've seen how the spirit of exploration and innovation during the Renaissance has shaped our modern world, and how the adaptability of societies during the Industrial Revolution has laid the groundwork for today's technological advancements. Peace movements have shown us that unity and non-violence can lead to significant societal change, and the lives of individual figures have taught us the power of personal tenacity and vision. Now, let's delve deeper. Let's explore how these lessons can be applied, not just on a macro level, but on a micro level as well. How can the spirit of the Renaissance inspire you to innovate in your daily life? How can the adaptability seen during the Industrial Revolution help you cope with personal challenges? How can the lessons from peace movements encourage you to foster unity in your community? And how can the impact of individual figures inspire you to make a difference in your own unique way? Remember, these are not just historical events or figures we are discussing. They are lessons, guideposts that can help us navigate our own lives. They are reminders that we, as individuals, have the capacity to shape our present and future. As we continue our journey, let's keep these lessons in mind and think about how we can apply them in our everyday lives. Because history is not just about the past, it's about the present, and most importantly, the future we are yet to create. As we delve deeper into this journey, it's crucial to revisit the key lessons we've discussed. The spirit of exploration and innovation in the Renaissance taught us the importance of pushing boundaries and thinking outside the box. Meanwhile, the Industrial Revolution demonstrated how societies can adapt and evolve in the face of powerful changes. Peace movements have shown us that change can be achieved through non-violence and unity, while the lives of individual figures have reminded us that we all have the capacity to make a significant impact. These are not just historical points to ponder, but practical lessons to apply in our everyday lives. But how exactly do we apply these lessons? It's not just about understanding them, but about integrating these learnings into our actions. The key is to be proactive, not reactive. Think of ways you can foster innovation in your work or personal life. Consider how you can adapt to changes around you with grace and resilience. Reflect on how you can promote peace and unity in your community. And never underestimate the power you hold as an individual to shape the world around you. Remember, history is not just a record of the past, it's a roadmap to the future. As we continue to unlock the secrets of the past, we can use them as a guide to navigate the challenges of the present and shape a future we can all be proud of. So let's keep learning, adapting, and applying these lessons, because our actions today will become the history of tomorrow.